Hello and welcome to my shack. It's Ricky G0LZX. The purpose of this video is to show users of Icom D-STAR radios how to set up their radio for use with a hotspot. Now, I tried this a couple of times and didn't get the settings right, and I thought there was an issue with the hotspot and my registration settings on the D-STAR system, and it wasn't. It was just how I set my radio up. I've seen a couple of videos online, but they all seem to be really quick, and you end up having to watch the video 4 or 5 times before you get the settings. So hopefully, if I go through this step by step, it might help other people out setting their radios up. So we have the ID 5100 in front of us. This should work with most Icom radios which have D-STAR. There may be a couple of key press differences, but when I've tried this on this radio and on the Icom ID 155152's handhelds, it works exactly the same. So hopefully you can use this on a multiple set of Icom radios. Okay, so let's get to it. We start off, the radio is in VFO mode. Okay, so we've got VFO-A, VFO-B. Make sure it's not in DR mode. Okay. We press menu first of all, okay, then DV memory, and then repeater list. This gives you what's populated in your radio for the groups of repeaters that you've got. So you go down and you find a clear slot. So 1 to 4 is populated. So I'll use 6, okay. So you press 6. But you press and hold it, and you get a little box comes up with edit name. So you click on edit name and you type in what you want to call it. So I call mine hotspot. Okay, you can call it whatever you like, but hotspot is pretty obvious. Then click enter, and it then takes you through to hotspot. You can see it's been populated. Click on hotspot, just one click, and then click on the top where it says blank. So you've got to click and hold it on that. Okay, so I'll let you catch up. So click and hold where it says blank, then click on one click on add, and you get the repeater list edit. So keep the same part on the top, DVD repeater stays the same. Then we name the DVD repeater whatever we want to name it. So you press on this. Again, I just stick with hotspot for all these. Just makes it easier. Okay, so we type in hotspot and then we click enter. The subname can be whatever you want, but again, I just stick to the simple stuff and type in hotspot. But again, you can name it whatever you want. It's not important on this part. Click OK or enter. Call sign. Now this is important. You type in your call sign. So mine is G0LZX. But then you press the space bar on the bottom as far as it can go. So the cursor moves across till as far as it can go, and then you type in the letter B. Okay, that gives you access to your hotspot. So your call sign along to the very end and a letter B, and then click enter. Okay. You come down one, you'll see that the gateway call sign has already been populated by itself. The group name has already been named hotspot. The use from, we need to change that to yes. So we click on that, click on yes. Then the frequency underneath is the frequency that your Pi-Star hotspot is set up at. So you type in whatever frequency that is. Now mine uses 430.175, and then click enter. So the frequency is now populated. Okay, we drop down one box, we see where it says duplex is actually set at duplex minus at the moment, so we need to change that. So you click on that, go to duplex plus. Okay, so it's changed in there, but we've changed the offset frequency to 0. Okay, just 0. So there's duplex plus and then 0. That's important as well. Position, we just changed to approximate. That's for your GPS. You have the option of putting your longitude and latitude in next, which I don't bother with that. I leave them as they are. The UTC offset is wherever you are in the world. Now I'm in the UK, so mine's GMT, which is 0. Click back. Once you've done all that, then you click add right, and then yes to add right. So now we have a hotspot with your call sign and the letter B. So we come back out, right the way out. So we're back in VFO mode. So all that must be set up now. Then we click this button at the bottom, DR, and you'll find it populates 2 boxes. The top one's blank and the bottom one is whatever your list is. Click and hold the bottom one, and then click the top one where it says group select. So now what we do is we go down and we find out where we've named our hotspot, which is this one. We click on that. What we do now is we click on the top part, top box where it says 2, and then we click on reflector. We click on linked reflector and we type in what reflector we want. As you can see, I've used ref1c before, so direct input, you can use up and down. I put in ref1c and click set. So it now populates that top box, says linked to reflector ref 001CL. Okay, so what we do now is we give the mic 1 key up, like so.
Link to REF001 Charlie.
So now we're actually linked to that reflector. But the next stage, if you want to speak to people on that reflector, what you need to do is click on where it says link to reflector, click on reflector again, and then click on use reflector. So the top part now has changed to use reflector. So now when you key the mic up, people on that reflector will be able to hear you. And once again, if you want to disconnect from that reflector, click on the top one, click on reflector, unlink, and then when people stop talking, you can key the mic and it should unlink.
Not linked.
So there we go. Pretty straightforward. I tried to do it in real time, so it's easier to understand. Like I said, in the past, I've gone through this, I've watched videos, and it's been so difficult to see because the people doing the videos have done it so quickly. So hopefully that'll be a bit easier for you. Okay, 73 from G0LZX.